everyone. It's so good to see you again. I must admit that I have missed you. Let's take a little time and look at this magazine. Now, I selected it especially for you. I wanted to change up our content just a little, and I spent a fair amount of time trying to locate Tingle-worthy magazine. I must admit, at the magazine section, I managed to crowd out 2 men in this section. So I hope that you really enjoy the video. This is considered a starter's guide. Every new shooter should read. And it's called Shoot. So SHOOT. Very eye-catching magazine. The rifle's even slightly raised, so it looks almost 3D. Has a shooter syllabus from A to Z that covers aiming and ballistics, concealed carry, etiquette at the range, gun cleaning, jump into 3D gun, practical holsters, reloading with RCBS, training tips, velocity, accuracy, youth shooting, and zeroing. Now, I might be able to, if you really enjoy this, do this in a 2-part series. There's a lot of content here. There's 1 shot, 1 kill. Long range hunter. Savage rifleman. It's been a long time since I've actually fired a weapon. And several years I actually gave up my weapon. Long story. This goes over content. I hope that it's not too shiny. It goes over gun safety rules. Always keep the gun pointed in a safe direction. Always keep your finger off the trigger until you're ready to shoot. Always keep the gun unloaded until ready to use. Unless it's stored by your bedside, maybe not for that last rule. So these are industry pros. grip, use the isosceles stance and grip the gun the same way every single time. Increase your grip strength in your support hand. Having a firmer grip with your support hand will allow your shooting hand to not influence the trigger finger as much. Here you have Jessie Duff. World champion Jessie Duff takes no prisoners. So she likes a boar, snake, viper. So a boar cleaner. So several different guns here. A couple of handguns and a couple of rifles. I've got some hollow tips. And regular bullets. Bullseye, target. As this bolt action is well suited for hunting big game, however it also excels in law enforcement and military arenas. The semi-automatic Benelli is intended for hunting and sporting purposes. Review a holster here. On different types of ammo. So there are 3 basic types of ammunition: shotgun, rifle, and handgun. However, within each type there are dozens and sometimes hundreds of different variations, and correctly identifying the type that your gun uses is critical. After all, using the wrong type of ammunition can cause your gun to malfunction. You have a straight-walled, cartridge shape, bottleneck. Rim types, you have rimmed, where it has a little bit of a lip there, rimless, virtually no lip, and belted. $48 billion in retail sales, contribute to 866,000 jobs in the U.S. economy, and $8.2 billion in federal tax revenues. Very nice. So, learning long guns. So, you have the barrel, the muzzle, the crown, the sling swivel. You have the chamber safety selector, trigger guard, the trigger itself, magazine floor plate, recoil pad, not to carefully place that up against anything other than your shoulder, comb, sling swivel, if you happen to attach one, in many instances where incorrect placement and a good kickback can leave you with some really nasty bruises. Like I said, it's been so long since I've actually shot a gun. I'd have to be shown the ropes. Maybe not. Alright. They're showing you ballistic shooting glasses, range etiquette, safety and familiarity, there are different types of ranges. Wheelie bird for target practice. One shot, one thrill. Safe, accurate, and easy to use. We have brown and black and yellow and red and pink, orange and black and blue. This first black is almost more of a gray, actually. It's all in the bag. You have your guns and your targets. You have ear protection, eye protection. You have staple gun, staples. Calipers. This is when firing, always wear safety glasses. Showing you different stances. Iron sights are simple and effective. This rear sight flips down and serves as a backup to the rifle's main sight, a magnified scope. actually never shot with a scope. Let's see if I can tell you all of the guns that I have had the opportunity to shoot. So, I had a 380. I've had the pleasure of shooting a 22, 9mm, an SKS, trying to think of any of the others. Proper firearm maintenance and cleaning necessities. Semi-auto pistols are the most popular firearms purchased by women. I like the spore snake. Fantastic tools for cleaning as well as drying out a recently cleaned bore. They are also perfect for cleaning at the end of a training day or during a class where teardown is not really possible. This is pretty neat. I've never seen this one before. Join the 1 Mile Club. At Savage, we understand the difference between a shooter and a rifleman. For those wanting to test their skills at extreme distance, there is the M110 and M111 rifles. A lot of companies make guns for shooters. Savage specifically targets the rifleman. So I would have no knowledge of a Savage firearm. Some guidance on choosing a holster. Belt-mounted holsters. According to a Gallup poll, majority of both men, 67%, said they believe having a gun, and women, 58%, home is a safety measure. It's a very nice case. If you own a firearm, safe handling and storage are paramount. I know for the longest time I had a pretty big interest into getting a concealed weapons permit. I actually just never followed through with that. Probably should have. course, you can always accessorize your firearms. Cracking the code. The Savage manages to do what hasn't been done with the A17. Its new .17 caliber autoloader, which is what I believe we have pictured on the front. Yeah. Very rusty. I'm sure if I were to go back and shoot, but with anything, practice makes perfect. For the Savage A17, they tell you here little information, specs on the rifle. It says the weight is about 6.85 pounds. Retails for $685. Caliber is .17. Sponsored by Vista Outdoor. Good to have. So, Rangefinder. And this Bushnell G-Force DX rangefinder, they'll tell you here, retails for $560. You also have the Bushnell Solar Book 850 for $357. The Bushnell's PowerSync Solar Book gives you the ability like it's basically charging up your phone. The great outdoors is a lot less fun when your iPhone, music player, or iPad is dead. So once fully charged, the 850 can recharge 2 cell phones or bring a dead iPad up to about half of a charge. This Bushnell Equinox, it's actually water resistant housing. Can be mounted onto a tripod. Has a 750-foot viewing range. Ballistics 101. soon as the projectile leaves the barrel, it begins to fall. In fact, it drops as fast as the bullet dropped from your hand. Talks about the choke effect, the effect that wind has on your sight, or your shot rather. Reloading basics if you happen to load your own ammunition. It goes through the steps. So the first step that we have, resizing cartridge case. Repriming. Flare case mounts. Charging with gunpowder. Bullet seating. Crimping. And then your record keeping. A dream room for the avid gun enthusiast who likes to prepare his own ammunition. %of handgun owners go target shooting with one or more people. Vista chalk wheel. Different slates. And reloaders. It's always nice to see the ladies taking shots. I hope that you've enjoyed the video. As always, I hope to bring you new content in the very near future. If you like, please subscribe. And rest well, be well. Until next time.